I'm here live today at the Singapore Exchange with Tinku Guptu, who's head of SGX's market data business. And today I want to talk to Tinku about their new index business and why they've decided to do this themselves in-house. So Tinku, thanks again for joining me.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about why SGX decided to take on their own index system instead of, outsourcing to a third party or taking on a service offering?
We do have a lot of strong relationship with many of these global index providers, and we'll continue to have that because that's really where we learn the business better and really understand the complexities of this business better. But we felt that we'll also have an edge, particularly where there are products that we are creating where the data is ours, and that is where we'll have better flexibility, scalability, as well as timeliness to calculate those indices ourselves. So we took this decision to also build the capability in-house.
So creating a new business is obviously no small feat. Can you tell us a little bit about what steps you took within SGX to make sure that this creation of a new index business would be successful?
First and foremost, we went to all our stakeholders to really find out what is their expectation from SGX in this business. And after that, we went to source for a good technology solution that can calculate the indices as well as disseminate it in a fully automated fashion. And not only that, we felt that what is important for us is that while we build this technology, we also make our processes and policies and controls strong enough so that we are able to offer these services as per best practices standard.
So Tinku, it sounds like you obviously took a lot of steps to make sure that the creation of the business was successful. Were there any challenges that you came across that maybe some other exchanges could learn from if they're looking to do a similar thing?
I think building the concept on paper was pretty simple because it is an existing approach and a lot of the index providers are doing it, and when we write a business case on paper it looks very bright. But the main challenge was how do you efficiently execute it so that you can do it quickly and you can also create some differentiators around the solution that you're offering. And the main challenge for us is how do we create that differentiator, because it is already a very crowded place. So finding that differentiator for us and also setting realistic expectations both internally as well as externally for this business. That was very challenging, and it continues to be a challenge, and we'll have to learn from this.
Well, those points are certainly helpful for any other exchanges that might be watching, so thanks for that advice. So in our last video, we talked a bit about how we think that your stakeholders and participants can benefit from this new index offering. But from SGX's perspective, how do you think that having an index business is going to benefit you?
Like I said, when I was talking about what were the main drivers for us to get into the business, and the first thing for us is how do we create it as an enabler for our businesses so that investors can better profile their investment and can understand these markets better. And that would be really what SGX index business has to offer to the rest of the businesses in SGX. That how do we give investors a tool for them to profile the market better, and that would actually help in better participation in our markets from both the institution channels as well as the retail channels.
So I want to change tack a little bit. So in terms of choosing a technology solution, how did you go about deciding and why Nasdaq?
We have in SGX a very strongly governed process in selecting vendors and solutions when we go for a new business. And we followed a similar approach here. We looked into a multitude of vendors and solutions to see what is most applicable for us. And why Nasdaq was the obvious choice is because we found a very unique blend of not only a proven technology partner who understands generally everything about index business and also exchange business in particular. And not only that, Nasdaq has an experience of operating an index business. So we got a very good mix of technology, operations, business knowledge, and the choice was pretty obvious.
So we know that you're just launching now, but I'm sure you have a roadmap of activities that are in the future. Can you, as a closing question, Can you go ahead and share a few things of what's next for your index business?
Yeah, even before we actually went live, we were running the index engine on a pilot mode or a beta mode so that we can start to calculate indices and distribute those values to our customers. So we, on a pilot basis itself, we did launch an Access Asia suite of indices, which is our derivatives indices, and those are already being used by some customers, more in the region so far. But now that we have actually fully gone live with the index engine, we will be also looking into our cash market, and we'll be calculating indices which are thematic around the cash market.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Tinku, and we, of course, wish you the utmost success as you move forward building your business.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate this. Thank you.